And I'm live. Welcome to NoChaNoMa, Simon's living room. Here we are again, back in my living room. Hope you're all surviving. I was out today with my mask on, and yes, you have to wear it all overall everywhere these days. But I had a nice coffee and chocolates. I'm back in my living room due to the fact that I've been doing quite a few vlogs outside with the mobile app. Using the old phone, but that's proving. Oh, it was quite fun. It seems quite a long time ago since since I did it, but it was only last Saturday when I was up a hill trying to entertain you all in the Ardennes and showing you scenery there. If there's anybody joining, please make yourselves known in the comments. If there's nobody joining and you're watching this after the fact, just have to put it with me blithering on, really. I shall just lubricate the old tubes with the old glass of wine. I couldn't do this on the walk last week, so... right. Oh, yeah. Yes, I was in the Ardennes last week, and that was my holiday, really. I'm still on my holiday, as it were. This is the last weekend of my 2-week holiday. Now, not a lot of people perhaps can permit themselves to have a 2-week holiday in the current situation, or at all. So I should be grateful. That being said, it's been a different holiday to the usual. Usually, I have a purpose. I go to England with my sons, and we visit my parents and explore the Lake District and just chill and relax. And but my youngest son is working, and I was working at a summer job, and my oldest son was possibly going to get an interview, so couldn't really go anywhere. And of course, you can't really go anywhere as it is because of the current situation. I do believe you can travel to England, but it's not advisable. So I didn't, and stayed at home, and it's kind of been a staycation. Those of you who follow me on Instagram will have noticed that for a couple of the times I went out to visit various Belgian cities, which have been on this show before and I've shown before, but they're very nice, and they were my days out. But it's yeah, it got a bit tricky trying to find things to do. And there's only a certain amount of people you can meet, a bubble they call it, of people, and my bubble is me, and plans to go and visit viewers, Ellen, if she ever turns up in the comments. We were going to go and visit each other in Delft. That didn't work, and it's not going to work until something changes with the current situation. But there doesn't appear to be anybody watching. Oh, there's somebody watching. Hello, viewer. Make yourself known. Who could it be? Could it be one of my regulars who didn't turn up for the round table 2 weeks ago? That was yes, that was it. Well, Dibble was here, and that was good. But yes, I've decided just to relax in the old living room and have you join me for a relaxing afternoon. Could be a short live stream. There's not a great deal to talk about, and a new pop shield. No, it's the old one. I've just moved it because you kept seeing the arm of the pop shield, so I've repositioned it on the old microphone stand, and I'm eating the microphone to avoid room sound. Stream of consciousness, aided and abetted by, yes. Unlike you, I don't have a stream of contacts who I did have, and I've kind of exhausted them somewhat. Yes, I'm like that. I exhaust people. And I do have guests for September. and I've put out feelers for a return of a guest. You're welcome to pop in if you like. I can just throw you a link, and we could just have a stream of consciousness together. You could reappear on YouTube, albeit on another channel. Yeah, yes, it's difficult, isn't it? I mean, certainly now in the current situation, although you would have thought people being indoors would have nothing to do, and they'd be willing to join. Yes, but you kind of run out of, the circle gets wider and wider. Ah, right. Hello, Kiki, and hello, Kiki's mum. Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Japanese Wi-Fi. I mean, we're Mully from Warmoth Strat channel, or Mully's channel as he calls it now, was always sort of saying, "Well, I've got 100 gigabytes upload and so many download, blah blah blah, and we're good." And that's probably with wired internet, but I've noticed on quite a lot of people's streams that they buffer a bit. Yeah, the Japanese Wi-Fi is good if you're standing in the right position. Your computer sucks. Well, this is why I'm doing this on StreamYard now, just using StreamYard. I fiddled about last night trying to use my other app, ManyCam, to get to inserts and all God knows what. And I noticed I was moving like this, and I thought, oh, so I looked it up, and that app uses a lot of CPU. So I just decided to go with this, and I'm all smooth and HD as how it should be these days. The demands of modern streaming. Nobody wants to watch 480p. Although I was just saying before, yes, the mobile thing with the data, that's slightly disappointing. I thought perhaps, I'll get nice crystal clear. It's a bit of a high expectation in the middle of the Ardennes. I get, this is indefinitely free because it's the free version. If you pay, it gets rid of the little watermark, and you get one or two other features, but I can't afford $20 a month. It's not for the sake of just doing this. It's I'd just go with I'd stick with the watermark, and it allows me to get guests on, which is good when I can get them. And it's very easy for them to join. But no, we're not limited at all, not with the free version. And unless at some point down the line, StreamYard decides, okay, right, we're getting rid of this free version, you're going to have to sort of pay. But that was one of the things that made me choose it, really. It was free. I'm like that. And I can do, I'll have some, I've been fiddling about with this all evening, and it's YouTube videos, and it's other people's YouTube videos. Now, you tell me if I'm doing wrong, but it's obscure people I've never heard of, so whether they will get at me, and nobody really watches this. So, but I'm going to, $16 a month. It's like, for what? For removing a watermark and getting a couple of extra features, and being able to stream to multiple platforms at once or something, and getting custom backgrounds. They've got the green screen, which is free. What more do you need? So yes, I did this, and I have to go here. I have to disappear, go here, press play, go back here. So now cut the sound off. But we've got some nice, and unfortunately, it doesn't fill the back of the screen like the other app. But it's just, if you get bored of listening to me or looking at me, you've got some nice Japanese gardens going on in the background. I spent sort of most of last night trying to find appropriate videos, and I was going to do them through the ManyCam app and have me overlaid over top, but decided I'll have to go this way. And you get the adverts, unfortunately. But yes, it's the last 2 days of my holiday, and Monday is back to work and back to reality. And then I'll have to sort of try and I'm trying to get guests on, but it's difficult. People who have been on, come on before, come on again, or been on before, come on again. That's always good. There's only so many times you can do that. Back to coronavirus. Appropriate videos. Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm amazed sort of that you managed to find all the questions and the time that you put into it. I mean, what do you, I mean, you have the dinner videos on Twitch. Well, and the Why Come Japan videos. I assume the Why Come Japan videos or podcasts require a good deal more preparation. But I mean, are you finding you're getting an audience other than the fish-shaped waffle and one or two others, or is it sort of, has it stagnated? You've hit the ceiling. You've hit fish-shaped waffle ceiling. Yeah, I like the dinner videos. I mean, perhaps I should do that. Simon NoChaNoMa eats. I would have to. That would force me to increase the variety of food that I eat. On Twitch, on Twitch, I tried that once. I mean, the amount of self promotion you have to do. I don't know. Seems like a lot of effort. I mean, I like this. I can just, I've been doing this for years on YouTube, and it's it kind of, it's a groove that I'm in. The community is good. Yeah, the community is quite good on here when they turn up. It's worth it with Twitch learning. Well, I might have to sort of investigate. But yeah, well, because their stream, I'll be using their free Twitch stream thing. But yes, I won't be able to get too much in the way of camera switching going on there, though. How to entertain an audience on Twitch? Yes, it's where do you promote them, and how do you get that hook? I mean, yes, they're on. I've got Instagram, I've got Twitter. Although Twitter, I mean, I don't know what it is. Whether it's just the way I've set it up or the algorithm or something. I mean, I hardly go and look at it anymore. Whether anybody else does, I don't know. Perhaps I should use better hashtag. Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. I got to. Hang on. If I will I disappear if I do that? I don't know. Perhaps not. Twitch Studio. That's what it's called. Yeah. I've got Twitch Studio, which is free and lets me sort of fiddle about, and I don't need the StreamYard or OBS or anything like that. But the other thing with Twitch I found is you can't. I mean, you can personally archive your videos if you download them, but they don't save them. It's 2 weeks, and not that anybody after 2 weeks pays much attention to any video, any live stream. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, handle that. Yeah, we'll maybe try and do that on video chat somehow. See if I can, get something, the ball rolling. I've only done one Twitch, which was concurrently with. I'd set it up to sort of screen grab just one of these shows, So I had no idea who was watching or if anybody was watching on Twitch, because I was concentrating on doing it this way. Yeah, but it's a question of, what do you talk about? There's not been a great deal been happening in Belgium. Coronavirus is the main topic, and I think one of the cities I went to just 2 weeks ago, just to force myself to go and do something and be somewhere, was Antwerp, and now you can't go there. YouTube is like Mac, Twitch is like PC. So yeah, sort of iPhone and Android users, different kind of audience. What interests me? Well, yeah. Whoa. Didn't expect that. Yeah, well, I've just been reading Alan Watts. I mean, I like Alan Watts, and I've liked Alan Watts for quite some time. The British philosopher, the late British philosopher Alan Watts, about how existence, this is where Radri starts to fall asleep, is all kind of one. But and we're all, it's all a game of consciousness and that sort of thing. So don't worry. Even if bad things happen, it's still all a game. Which is an attempt to reassure myself that it'll all be all right. But yes, going with the flow as well is another aspect of it, sort of the Wu Wei and all that kind of thing. And Yu Gen, I think I talked about Yu Gen on this show before. Kind of letting things happen, not resisting, not fighting the stream. At the same time, not giving in and not trying. But you'd like to see me game. I was gaming last night on Metal Gear Solid 5, which is my go-to on my old PS3 behind me here. And I should probably be gaming again this afternoon after I get back from driving practice with my son and he brings his PS4. And that'll be my go-to game, Uncharted. Not a great platformer, although Uncharted is sort of first-person action platforming to a certain extent. But he's got Ghost of Tsushima, so I might have if he lets me, I might have a go on that. Although it's mostly action and slashing and stuff. Have you ever played Heavy Rain? Have you ever tried that one? And it's a sort of predecessor to Beyond Two Souls or something like that. I found the graphics more appealing than the actual gameplay. The actual gameplay was lots of decision making and press a button at this point to make something happen, and you didn't actually control much of what was going on. Yes, it's good. It's different, but I mean, it's not as hands on as it were with like a platformer, like Cuphead or something like that, or even Ghosts and Goblins, or Dark Souls, or all those sort of things where you actually sort of control the character and things happen directly, and it's not open world. It's all kind of like scenes that occur, and within those scenes, you have to make decisions. So it's kind of different in that way. I don't mind hyperrealism, as long as it's done well, and as long as you can play the character, be the character, move it about, explore, and all that kind of thing. And the my son's youngest son is hyped up for getting the PS5. I'm curious to see what that would be like. I've been playing games since Pong in 1976. So every time sort of graphics improve, I get, oh wow, I get excited. So yes, I went to art school. I left school at 17 and went straight to art college for a year, and then after that, I did my art degree at another college, and specialized in film and video, art, film and video, which is very esoteric, and not a lot of people watch it. It's a bit like this channel. Oddworld, that's still going. I've seen previews of upcoming games on the PS5. It's all very, very flashy, but it's still not. It's still not quite, photorealistic. Did I ever take a photorealism class? Not really. No. I mean, that was more for the painters. We didn't really need to do that. I mean, we had cameras and whatnot. And that was the difficulty, really. You have a camera and you point it at something, and you get the camera image, like you get through your eye, and it records that. And from there, you have to sort of produce videos or films that somehow are artistic, have show artistry, and are poetic in the sense of it's not just a flat record of what the camera sees. This is the thing with photography as well. I mean, everybody knows that there's the difference between a snapshot and good photography, but actually, all it is just registering what's in front of the lens. So it's in that sense, it's photorealistic. I'll have to look at that. The guy who made it should take a photorealism class. Well, to my way of thinking, photorealism, certainly in if you're an artist or drawing it or painting, it's not quite the way you think. I mean, when I try to paint something or draw something realistic, it's very difficult to paint what you observe and not paint what you think it should look like. I find that quite taxing. Certainly when we were doing life drawing class, it's very easy to sort of be sort of creative and alternative, but very, very difficult to knuckle down and try and produce something that actually looks like what you're looking at. Yes. So, well, that being said, I try to make my own passport photographs, and or maybe it was because I was using an Android phone. I don't know, but it failed. I went to the town hall and showed them what I said. They said, no, there's a photographer down the road. If you nip out now, it'll only take 5 minutes, and come back, and you won't lose a place in the queue. So I did that. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. This will be the last one, because my son, my oldest son, just got his brand new car. Well, brand new second-hand. It's only a year old, second-hand car yesterday. And he sent me a selfie of himself with it this morning. And I may be going out with my younger son to do some driving practice with that. So I've got to be careful. Well, he'll be driving, but so Are you going to be you doing any? I mean, obviously you're at Kiki's parents now, but was it? Yes, it is really, because you can get a general picture. You kind of know your arm and your eye is coordinated to, like, for example, a picture of that stalk there. That's, if I was to do that, I could get the basic outline, and it would look relatively realistic. But if you wanted to make it look like a photograph, without sort of artistic license, to make it as realistic as you could, the level of patience, the level of technique and skill to do that. I mean, it's like anything, you've got to learn it. You've got to practice, and there's a certain amount. There's a certain drive within you to get something created, but it's not that quick when you're trying to produce something realistic. It's you can get a quick sort of sketch of that, and it will look relatively. You can see, yes, it's what it's supposed to look like, but to get it looking realistic, so that you would think, is that a photograph or is that a drawing? That takes another level of practice. You could use some wine right now. It's yes, it's social lubricant, or it's or a social numbing. One of the two. And one of those two situations is currently playing out at Kiki's mum's. It's I don't know, but I was I've been checking on the weather over there. You're having quite a sort of reasonable time compared to us over here. Yesterday it was 36 degrees here yesterday. I actually walked into my kitchen in my bare feet. I'd had the windows open to air the house, but the warm breeze coming in was so warm that the kitchen floor was warm. It's cold. Normally it's cold, cool tiles that you can walk on with, and it cools your feet down. But it was actually warm. That's how warm it was outside. And it was actually, usually it's here. It's like a greenhouse in my place, like now. When it's only like 20 something degrees outside, it shoots up to about 26, 27 in here. But yesterday it was actually warmer outside than in. Social numbing. Oh, right. Yeah, raining a lot there. Just read that rainy season has just stopped, apparently, in Tokyo. So you'll be all right now. You can sweat more. Yes, it's going to be rainy season as from tomorrow here. I'm quite grateful. Today was quite nice. I went to for my usual coffee and chocolates this morning, and I had to go in shirt sleeves, but it was pleasant. It's sort of cloudy. If I'm looking out the window now, if I suddenly go bright, that means the clouds have cleared, and my lighting source has washed me out. Where were we? Yes, photorealism, painting, gaming, and Wu Wei. Whether that how that would run on Twitch, I don't know. I probably have to drink a little bit more wine for that to be effective, and game at the same time. I don't know why I've got these on. It's to hear myself talk, probably. I'm quite puzzled. I spammed everybody. Perhaps people don't like getting spammed, and I posted my advert middle of the week, and I got it on Instagram a day later, and it's on Facebook and on. But there doesn't appear to be many people in the audience to interact with you or I. Not quite sure what the reason for that is. Perhaps they've had enough of me. Oh dear. Or it just could be a sign of a change in the world situation. People are no longer gravitating to YouTube or live streams of this nature. The force of my personality is not strong with this one. Yes, it's over. It's nearly over. Just got a few months left. And then hopefully, by next year, things will be different, and I can book my trip. I also had to postpone it 2019. I had to postpone it 2020. It's the same for a lot of people, I suppose. Yes, you can't come out of Japan, and I can't go into Japan. Yes. This could be a short stream. I mean, I didn't prepare very much other than these videos going off in the background here. But I was relying heavily on the usual crowd turning up. I'm extremely grateful that you're here to interact with. You think it's all right to come in? Well, what I read was if you're a business person from a certain country, Australia, New Zealand, for example, and you can show where you're going to be, what you're going to do, and that you don't go out of your hotel room, blah, 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 apart from going to your business meetings, and you can be contacted at all times, so on and so forth, and you're just there for business, and then you're free to come in. But for everybody else, if you're just going to be a tourist, no, you can't. You always prepare like no one will show up. Having a topic helps. Yeah, I should have really done that. But yeah, usually that's why I get guests, and then the topic is the guest and what they do. I mean, there's not a great deal that I do outside of work. So it's and what I do for work is not stimulating enough as a topic in itself. Well, it's not stimulating enough, full stop. It's something that just oils the wheels of existence. Oh, a nice carp there. Not entirely sure what's happening really. Why there's the second person has arrived. Welcome, second person. Introduce yourself in the comments to Radri, and so that if you're not interacting with me, you can interact with Radri, because he needs some social numbing or diversion. Okay. Well, let me know. I shall try and attend. Usually what's that like? It's about 7, 8 p.m. Japan time. Oh, they left. They came in and left. Oh dear. Sorry. Another thing I thought of was but yeah, there's not a lot. I could join myself and go downstairs with my phone. I scared them away. I know. I tried to be nice. Just it's that mad Englishman again. Yes, I was half expecting Tomo to turn up, and Dibble, and Perk, and Vids of your Mom. They turned up last week. And my friend Charlie from Hong Kong, she actually watched, but apparently her phone wouldn't let her comment, so I didn't know she was there. Yeah. I'm just looking at this garden here and wishing I was actually not here in my room, but in that garden, strolling around. There's only one garden here. I went to the one with my friend Ingrid, and we did a live stream from there. That was in the north of Holland, which was like nearly a 3-hour drive to get there. And the only other one nearby is nearly an hour and a half drive away from here. I should actually go there again and maybe do another live stream from there. Was it Vids? Did he? I can't say on StreamYard here. If they don't stay for more than like 10 seconds, it doesn't appear. Oh, phew. 1 p.m. Oh, that's okay. That's I can manage that. I'll have had my lunch then. I can sit on the sofa and join you. That would be good. I mean, what's the situation there at the moment? I mean, it's Tokyo, obviously, and it's spiked up. So, I mean, are you able to move around, go out, and so on? I mean, obviously, yes, you've moved from your place to your Kiki's mum's, but I mean, are you able to go out? What's happening? Is it still sort of pretty dead in town? Do you go into town much? I mean, into town, into the centre. If I go into the centre here, it's pretty dead. But that's the nature of this town here, regardless. This is why I went to Oh right, yeah. So the businesses, yeah, they just want the money, obviously, and they let people in regardless. Although I have seen them that they're politely social distancing and wearing their masks and everything, which they do here too. But yeah, I was watching. I follow a Japanese language and culture thing on Facebook, and the woman does regular live streams, and she was streaming from Dotonbori in Osaka because she lives in Kobe, and it was just close by. And she was pointing out various businesses in Dotonbori had closed down, had gone bankrupt because of the lack of visitors and people. Yeah, I mean, this is the ultimate social distancing. Sat in my room here, uh, sort of with no contact. Who needs a mask? Just do a YouTube live stream. I've got my mask here, actually. I've been wearing the same surgical mask for weeks. Have I got it here? No, I threw it downstairs on the kitchen table. But my son's pointed out, yes, those are disposable, Dad. You're not supposed to keep wearing it. Oh, yeah, Zoom meetings. Yeah, because teaching is a bit awkward otherwise. Well, the kind of work I do doesn't require that. Not sure whether we have to wear masks when I'm if I ever go in the showroom at work. But outside in the yard, up until now, when trucks came to deliver or builders came to pick up stuff, there was no. I mean, obviously we didn't shake hands or anything. I never did that, but no masks. I wonder whether that will have to be the case now. Yeah, sort of Zoom class. I'm trying to imagine Zoom classes done in Twitch style, and your students sort of having to send in coins and and having really strange sort of usernames. and sort of background noises and all that kind of things and graphics going off in the. You got that question right. You get 10 stars. Ding, 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 ding. It could work, You could become sort of super cool and popular. Sort of, it would be a side job. Be a Patreon. Your students be Patreon. All right. They do give them strange usernames. Yeah. Cool. It will never be the same again. Yes. They will not want to go back to a regular sitting in a classroom. I don't know what that says. Do you need to go on this train? Yes. Here we go. Yes. Who are you? Are you booked? Oh, yes. I saw a picture of John Daub sat on a Shinkansen, and he was the only person in the carriage, which kind of says something about the current situation. Gion and Higashiyama at night. I've done that. I have. Yes, I have. I've walked past that pagoda at night. It's very quiet at night in Gion. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yes, the actual work. They would have to give you. Yeah, they would have to sort of text you their answers or something. And yeah, how do you penalize? How do you control the class? Ninenzaka, there we are. Yes, it's nice. I've walked down here a few times during the day and at night. And it pretty much looks like this at night, but now obviously more so than ever. But what's nice actually is I walked around there. It was only about 7 o'clock in the evening, and obviously all the shops are shut and tourists have gone. But you can sort of go down little side alleys, and you can hear people in their kitchens and things, and it just makes it more authentic and real. share a screen and then ask questions. Well, it's good that they actually turn up. Unlike this show. I should probably go. Unfortunately, I mean, quite a lot of my audience, I don't have them on social media. I shall inquire with Tomo, though. Tomo usually turns up. So, where were you? You missed class. Waiting rooms, yes. And presumably they can't talk to each other in the waiting room. Must be rather bizarre, sort of sitting in a waiting room for your turn. Yes, it's a slow day today. It's been a slow 2 weeks, actually. As I was saying earlier, usually this week is quite full. When I normally go to England and I say, I'm going to go, we're going to go for a walk here, we're going to go to this town, we're going to go do this. And my kids are saying, chill, let's just like sit and watch Top Gear on telly and look at our phones for a bit instead of always going to do something. So it's always like, it's a holiday, got to be active, got to be, it's the countryside and go out and see it and enjoy it and so on. And then there's like about a week left after I get back where I can just sort of chill out. But now I've had like 2 weeks of chilling out at home. It gets a bit much, really. It gets very slow. Yeah, it killed all the summer plans. Yeah. I had to force myself to go out for a walk midweek. And I spent the entire morning scrolling through my phone looking for places to walk, and then said, "Oh, I'll bugger it, just go to this place and go." Oh yeah. Well, there is nobody here apart from me, so I could only hit myself. So there's no fear of that happening in my household. The only person to drive crazy is myself, and that happened years ago. I'm just looking at this walk down Higashiyama, which brings back lots of memories. Oh, right. You could sort of see the tension in the background. God. I would have thought the students would have... I mean, all your students are teenagers, presumably. Or, so you see the sort of the tension going on in the background with their parents. Mm. Yeah, that's weird. There's not much going on behind me, except for an unmade bed. TMI from students. That must be, awkward. All right, pre-high school. Yeah, so the students be sat there doing their classes, and the parents sort of just are oblivious to the fact that there's a teacher watching. The kid is doing their homework or whatever, and it's that they're supposed to do. God. What's a returnee? You have to explain that to me. I've been out of the loop as far as education goes for a long time. Perhaps that shows. I don't know. Yeah, Juku. God, I wouldn't do Juku. Hello, second person. Don't run away. Come back. Come back. Yeah. I only ever... I was once the president or the vice president. I can't remember whether it was president or vice president. That's how much interest I had of the art appreciation club at college. I think what happened was we sort of bumped into, me and my friend bumped into the outgoing president. And he said, would you like to be the president of the art club? Oh yeah, sounds cool. So I was, and me and my friend sort of, he was vice president, I was president, and that's as far as it went. Did bugger all. Yes, second person, we're in Gion. So if you're bored with me, or just enjoy the view of somebody else's video of Gion, which is very nice at night. I can attest to that. Art club president, yes. I actually put that on my CV at one point, that I was the president of the art club at college. Luckily, they never asked me what I did, which was nothing. I think the art club died a quiet death. I think my friend and I were more interested. Oh, they've gone. Yes, yeah. I was club president. Yeah, they like that sort of thing over there, don't they? If you've been president of some kind of after-school activities club, makes you sound responsible and engaged. You just don't tell them that you weren't. Yeah, I'm guessing that. Or me. Oh dear. Oh, they don't know what they're missing in terms of Gion, that is. I remember going there and texting one of the people from Hanafubuki channel that I was friends with, that I'd sort of met up. This was 2016. He said, "Where do I go best to see geisha?" And he sent me here. And he was right. Well, I only saw Maiko, and then only purely by chance. But I could tick that box. Dark Simon. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Have I seen that show Dark Simon, or have I seen that show Dark Simon? Which is it? Is it Dark or is it Dark Simon? And the answer to both is no. Hanafubuki, they're still going. Hanafubuki, Yoko Shibata and Naoki Todo. It used to be a theatre that they ran, or that they had, and then they made it into a YouTube channel. No, I haven't seen it. If it's television and not on YouTube, then or even Netflix, then probably not. What is it? Is it called Dark, or is it called Dark Simon? I can't. If I Googled it. Next week on Simon NoChaNoMa, Dark Simon. Well, this was the Scary Away channel, where people came and were scared away. It's on Netflix. I can access my son's Netflix on my PS3 here, so I'll have a look at that maybe. Now it's just Dark. Okay, right. That's my alias, Dark Simon. I'm on the deep web, the underweb, as it used to be called. Oh, there's a mama-san with her umbrella. It's German. Dunkel. Ah, guten Abend. Zweite Person. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Oh, that's happy birthday in German. That's no good. I've forgotten most of my German. Here we are. We're in Nico, in cinematic mode by somebody who took out their DSLR and was very good at filming. And we've got an advert going on. I'm sorry. Got some Belgium adverts. Ah, right. H.P. Lovecraft. Now, this second person has hung on. It's Vids. Where have you been? Or was it you before? Like popping in and popping out. Hello. Good morning. It was probably you popping in and popping out. You know, you've had your breakfast, you've been to the loo, and then you came back. Speak of the devil. Indeed. We were just talking about you about half an hour ago. Because I mean, yes, there's a it's just me and Radri here at the moment, and we were wondering where everybody was. I mean, you were there last week when I was up a hill, up a rock, even in the Ardennes, and for which I am extremely grateful. But Tomo's not here. Perk is not here. My friend Charlie, who I kept talking about, are you there, Charlie? Last week, she was there. So, but she couldn't be in comments. So you were with my singer friend from Hong Kong in the comments, but she couldn't identify herself. Yeah, totally ASMR. Don't know what happened to him. Ah, Canada, that's right. Yeah, and Perk's in Spain for some reason. And Tomo's in Shikoku in her bath. Yeah, totally ASMR. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. So, Vids, you've missed gaming, you've missed Alan Watts, Wu Wei, hyper-realistic painting, Gion at night, Dark Simon. Lack of topic, the usual thing on this show. Radri is going to teach me Twitch. So, yeah, I may have a second go at trying Twitch. Ah, this is the famous mausoleum at Nikko of Tokugawa Ieyasu. You're still drunk. Oh dear. You'll be ideal Twitch viewer. 6:27 a.m. still drunk. Dark Simon is the only Simon, yeah. It's my shadow self. Ooh, Momiji. So it's yeah, I always choose arty videos. Like 30-somethings with DSLRs always get their girlfriends to walk in their videos. I've noticed. It's very repetitive. Third person, make yourself known to the others in comments. They welcome you with open arms, as do I. Light Simon sounds like Gandalf. You shall not pass. Yes, it's a nice video of Nico, but what's she doing in it? What's she got to do with Nico? That's what I want to know. She's very nice. But he's probably called Brad and has a beard and loves his DSLR. Ooh, bitchy. Oh, I've lost the third person. That third person was Brad. I'm sorry. We'll have some Jizo. Oh, this is probably the no, he doesn't look like a Brad. That was him. His girlfriend took over the camera for a while. Has he got a beard? This is the question. That's a nice waterfall. I almost saw a side profile there. Could have had a beard. I'm dissing on people's videos who I grabbed. But I mean, I actually quite like these kind of videos better than. I mean, I was looking at tons of like, I just typed in walk Japan garden rain at 4K, and endless walk videos came up with people with their gimbals, just walking endlessly in Tokyo streets or gardens, just walking about, pointing it left, pointing it right, pointing it up, pointing it down, not saying anything. A Chad, yeah, but she wasn't a Karen though. Japanese Hollywood movies. The only one I know is Tora Tora Tora, or Happy Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, and yes, and The Last Samurai. Very wrong. Oh, it must be on a loop. This is back to Hapo N. This one is quite nice as well. This is a Japanese garden walk where the person isn't always walking with their gimbal or their camera. And they stop and they take shots like a proper cinematographer. Hello, Ty. I mean, Radri, let me ask you, as a filmmaker, I mean, obviously these walking videos, it's a walking video, okay. But then they have walking videos where they go and visit places like a garden, and they don't stand still. They're just constantly moving. It's very annoying. I'm not quite sure about Marlon Brando. Whether it's just like a false memory, but now you say it, I have a vision of Marlon Brando with kind of like prosthetic eyes on. Not quite sure. So Thai, the Michael Bay of Japan footage. There's never any explosions though in these walking videos. Nothing blows up, which is why I prefer these people with their fancy camera videos, because they stand still and they film properly like proper cinematographers. And occasionally, I mean, using your gimbal occasionally, if you're doing a live stream, I'm going to understand it. If you're doing specifically, walking Tokyo streets or something like that, showing the sort of the various back streets, that's fine. It just gets, a bit too repetitive. What are we watching? It's a group of videos that I've put on a player, and it's Hapo N Japanese Garden and Kyoto at night and Kyoto Gardens. It's just visual wallpaper, really. Bugger all to do with the live stream. It's just in case people watching after the event. I think it's stopped. That means it's stopped. In which case, you'll just have to deal with me now. There we are. But yeah, it was. There was. I could have had sound, but quite a lot of these videos, because Chad makes them with his DSLR, they have very sort of atmospheric piano music with a like a lo-fi chill hop beat going in the background ad nauseum. So I turned the sound off. So yes, that was not really relevant to the show. It was just I felt. I mean, it's I can't get to Japan for reasons that everybody has, and I was missing sort of that that unique feel of Japanese gardens. I was saying to Radri before that there's only like one garden here in Belgium. I've been to it twice and live streamed from it once. I'm tempted to go again though. It's not that I'm an aficionado of Japanese gardens, but now somebody has left. It's either Ty or Vids. Oh, I've gone out. God, am I talking that long? Dear me. I actually managed to do a whole show. Thank you, Radri. You've saved my life. I shall hopefully see you tomorrow in your dinner stream, and we should message. You can walk me through Twitch. Are you going to make an animation? So presumably that's stop motion. You'll be there for a long time, unless it's like 30-second videos. Yes, I will. Well, I do need help. How to Twitch? What I need to click on? What I need to I've got my kind of. I mean, if you look at my channel, it's just a rather generic background with similar background to what I've got for this channel, and no videos. Okay, I shall round it up actually because I've got to go and get my son as usual and do some driving. And my oldest son said we could borrow his new car, so that would be good. But thank you for watching. Thank you for if you watch after the event. I entirely understand if I only get like 10 watches, 10 views in the week. And for those of you who didn't turn up to view live, I perfectly understand as well. There's probably lots of better things to do. It's a Toyota. Well, in Europe, it's called a Yaris, a Vitz or something like that. It's called in Japan. 2019 model. It looks quite up to date, and it's in very good condition. One previous owner, and he's only had it for a year, and I think he just sold it, or they sold it to get a newer version or a bigger car. You're going to go and shop on Amazon for some wine. Have it delivered. Okay, Vids, I'm sorry it's been rather a brief live stream for you. Right. Yes. Well, you could get a game for that, really, couldn't you? Oh, Discord as well. That's another thing. I mean, I'm not sure whether I should go on Discord. But anyway, thank you for joining, and thank you, Radri, very much for keeping me company, and Vids too. Next week it could be more of the same, unless I've put feelers out to my friend in Fukui again, Charlie. He said he'd be happy to be on the show again, so hopefully he'll respond. Messaged him, so maybe he'll be able to join next week, but I don't know. Next actual definite guests are the Shamisen Girl Trio, again from Berlin, but that'll be in September. So thank you for joining. Thank you for putting up with me, and hope you enjoyed the show after the event. And see you all again next week. Thanks. Bye.